Hi everybody and welcome to the 2021 NOBULL CrossFit Games pre-show presented by Ram, the only truck brand to win Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 years in a row. I'm Sean Woodland, she's Annie Sakamoto, Rory McKernan is here, Derek Forrest is here, Nikki Brazier will be here, and of course Dave Castro will be here to announce 21.1. We made it. The Open is here. The season is upon us. I know we're not supposed to, violate the social distancing rules here, but I would love to hug you and high five you at the same time.
Amen.
I am so thankful we are here right now because I know a lot of people in this community really needed something like this for a while.
Yeah, Sean, it's been a really tough year for all of us, and I think a lot of us are feeling really disconnected. And I think this Open in particular is going to be a great thing for all of us to rally around, both on the local affiliate level and the greater global community level. And what's better than a little pain and suffering by choice to share together? So I'm really excited for this season in particular.
And we have two really fit people who are going to be throwing down head to head here for 21.1, two of the top American females in the sport, Christy Aramo O'Connell and Carrie Pierce. They are here. They are warming up. They have been riding around town in style, and I can't wait to see them go through whatever Dave Castro has cooked up for us here in 21.1. Let's take a look now at what we have on the schedule for the show today, and it's going to be a busy one. Of course, we're going to have the announcement of 21.1. Dave Castro will be giving that. Then we're going to watch Carrie Pierce and Christy Aramo O'Connell go head to head, and then after that, we have a pair of Foundations athletes from the local community here in Santa Cruz County. They will face the workout, and then when it's all said and done, we will have the cool down show. Now, unfortunately, we are not able to have fans here in person, but we have the next best thing. We have fans attending virtually, and for more on that, let's go over to Derek Forrest.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sean. Yeah, as you mentioned, we're not able to be here together because of COVID-19, but we do have virtual fans, and you see them behind me over the shoulder. They're already waving. I'm excited to see how crazy some of those fans get, but Nikki Brazier will be communicating with those fans throughout the show. Let's send it over to Nikki with more. Nikki?
Yeah, Derek, I am lucky to be chatting with some of the fans, actually some fans from all over the world who are joining us today to share their experiences and let us know just how incredible the global CrossFit community is. We are so excited to kick off 21.1. We absolutely can't wait, and I cannot wait to share these stories with you, Derek.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nikki. We certainly wish that the fans were here, but again, we'll be watching the fan wall throughout the show. But I'm not the only one here. Rory McKernan is also here, and he's standing by with the athletes right now as they get ready for 21.1.
Thank you, Derek. I am so fired up to have you on the team, so fired up to be here myself. Feeling extremely blessed at a time when our community absolutely needs this. I think, though, maybe feeling a little bit less blessed once the workout is actually announced and I have to take it on. Sean, am I right?
You are 100% correct, Ro, and of course the Open is a big community event. We love it in the CrossFit community, but it is also the start of the 2021 NOBULL CrossFit Games season, and we have a bit of a new old format for the season this year. The Open, we still have that, but it's been condensed to 3 weeks. We have the individual quarterfinals, that has been added. The semifinals mirror sort of the regional structure. We've added a last chance qualifier. The Affiliate Cup is back, and then the CrossFit Games take place July 27th through August 1st in Madison, Wisconsin. And this is the most inclusive Open we have ever had, and it is also giving a lot of people a chance to get more involved in the competitive side of things.
Definitely. As an affiliate owner, I found that the three weeks I think will be a lot easier than the 5 weeks. We have your everyday average CrossFitter. The 5 weeks gets a little tough. So I think 3 weeks is going to be a little bit better for them. On the other hand, there's a lot of folks that are very competitive but have not been able to make it to regionals up until this year. And so I think that what the quarterfinals event allows is for those athletes to kind of showcase what they can do, their competitive side. And then, like you said, then we go on to the semifinals. What I love about the semifinals is the number of events is based on the participation on that continent. So any continent you want more events, well, up the participation, and that's exactly what you'll get.
And if you're on the fence right now about whether or not you should sign up, you should definitely sign up, and you can still do it. Go to games.crossfit.com to register, and you will be part of all, and I'm going to say fun right now, because we don't know what the workout is, so I'll say you'll be part of all the fun that is about to ensue here for the 2021 NOBULL CrossFit Games Open. A lot of CrossFit gyms are locked down. They've been kind of just focused on their really small community, and we kind of forget that we are part of a bigger community. The Open is a global event, and it reminds us of that. And affiliates around the world have been doing a great job of getting people involved. For more on that, let's go back to Derek Forrest.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sean. We're talking about the global participation on the Open, and of course, we're seeing that from a ton of our affiliates across the world. Let's take a look at that list. These are the number of registrants earlier today, as of right now. 44 registrants, plus 64 CrossFit out of New Zealand, P1 CrossFit out of Shanghai, CrossFit Henderson out of Tennessee, and CrossFit Torian out of Australia. But CrossFit Karahe has just balled out in registrants, 244. So speaking of them, we're going to talk to the owner of CrossFit Karahe. That is Francisco Roland, and Nikki Brazier is standing by with him.
Francisco, congratulations on 244 participants in one location. Oh my goodness. I think every gym owner who's watching this wants to know, how in the heck did you convince that many people in your gym to sign up for the Open?
This year, the best part is the experience, and is to have the opportunity to be together the Open.
Yeah, and I know that you guys have been having a little bit of a tough time. The whole entire world has been having a tough time this past year, but we definitely know that Open magic, hitting a PR for the first time, being together when you couldn't be together before is probably the best part. What's it like when you have almost 250 people feeling that Open magic together?
This is not easy to explain because this year there are a lot of difficult part because for the COVID. So we think the moment is the workout on the first reps, like everyone scream on YouTube or in the box, and loud to be a part of the history in that Open.
Yeah, I imagine definitely a part of history. Now, logistically, how tough is it to get 244 people all doing the same workout on the same weekend? I mean, how do you set it up? How do you make it happen?
It's crazy because we need 2 days to try to do every workout and make 3 videos with different different method to train the workouts, different sides, the warm-up area, 4 coaches every hour. This is a hard job, but we think we have a safe method to have fun together.
Very important. Well, congratulations again. I think every gym sees you as inspiration. We all want to have a community as tight-knit and excited about the Open as yours. Francisco, appreciate you staying up, answering our questions. And for now, let's head back to Sean.
Thank you, Nikki. And while most of us are getting set to embark upon a 3-week journey, there are a lot of athletes out there that are taking their first step in the CrossFit Games season. And we have really 2 different situations here, men's side and women's side. We'll talk about the men's side first, where in case you've been living under a rock, you know that Matt Fraser has retired. He is not competing this year. And when you look at his resume, since he showed up at the games in 2014, second in back-to-back years, and then a string of dominance that started in 2016 that honestly I don't think we're going to see again anytime soon.
I don't know how we could, Sean. Like you said, outside of 2019, his point spread kept increasing. And in fact, last year he won by almost 600 points. And to think that he was able to increase his level of dominance over a field of athletes that's extremely talented is just mind-blowing. Beyond that, though, I think what's even more impressive to me was his ability to step down while he was on top, while he was only getting better. And I have to say, congratulations to you, Matt Fraser. I wish you all the best with Sammy and your family and all of your other endeavors, post-CrossFit Games, at least. Not post-CrossFit, just post-CrossFit Games.
Usually I get a little annoyed when I don't know the answer to a question. But I could not be happier that I have no idea what the answer to the question is when you ask somebody, what male athlete is going to win the CrossFit Games? I have no idea, and I love it. You can make the case for about 6 or 7 different people. Who will you be watching, at least at the beginning of the season here?
Well, it's hard not to be excited about Justin Medeiros after his performance at last year's game. So, you know, he came out of stage one in third place, directly behind Noah Olson and Matt Fraser. This is what I loved. 2007 Reload, the very first event in Aromas, he finishes just 8 seconds behind the four-time fittest Matt Fraser. Yes, he had some up and downs all weekend, but just the confidence with which this rookie competed in Aromas against these veteran athletes was really impressive to me. And I think, you know, one more year of age and training, I'm really excited to see what that does for Justin Medeiros. On the other side of things would be Pat Vellner. Yeah. So this is an athlete that's had kind of a troublesome last 2 years. He didn't make it out of stage one last year. That was due to a groin injury, but even the year before, 2019, he was cut after the sprint event. Now, if you think about Pat Vellner, the 3 years previous, he was on the podium, and he was the one gentleman that we were talking about that could give Matt Fraser a run for his money. Assuming Pat is healthy this year, I do think that he probably stands one of the best chances to be on top of the podium.
Yeah, and he is definitely a name you hear a lot when you just talk with different people about who do you think is going to win. They mentioned Pat Vellner, probably one of the first two names out of their mouths, and Pat Vellner is now joining Derek Forrest.
Thanks a lot, Sean. Yeah, Pat Vellner looking to get back on the podium. He had 3 straight appearances a couple of years ago. Pat joining me from British Columbia. Pat, thanks for joining us. Real quick, let's talk about, you were really good friends with Matt Fraser. Talk about what it's like not having him in the field this time, and how much does that kind of change as you guys get ready for competition?
Happy to be here. I feel like you guys must not have been able to get Matt, so I'm happy to be in his place. But it's going to be weird. It's going to be a different year. Like, there's no hiding that. I think his shadow looms over the whole men's field. But I think it makes for an exciting year. I'm going to miss him personally. We used to compete in the regionals together, and I always relish the opportunity to compete against him. And I think you can't find a better test to see where you're at. So I think he definitely made the men's field much better and made it what it is now. So it sucks. You know, selfishly, I hate to see him step away from competition. I think any one of us wishes or wants to be the one who could have beat him. So it sucks to never have that chance again. But as a friend, I couldn't be happier for him. And I think that if anybody deserves a rest, it's him.
I totally understand that. Just talk about your road back to the podium. The last 2 years, you finished 16th and 9th respectively. Just what's the process like for you as you get ready for the new season?
Nothing really changes. I think that, you know, it took a few bonks in the last couple of years, and you'll try to just learn from those mistakes and try to keep yourself healthy now. So in this last bit of craziness in the year, I've had a lot of time to kind of take care of some old nagging things that I maybe was ignoring for a little while, and try to get myself back to a strong baseline so that I can be ready to compete. I think this year, with a more linear route to the games compared to what we had in the sanctional style season, it might be a little easier to plan the entire year and stay organized for when you want to really be your best self. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think that, you know, at the end of the day, it sucks to sit on the sidelines and watch. And that's what I've had to do the last 2 years. So that I've been trying to use that to fire myself up to do some damage this year.
All right, Pat, thank you for hopping in and doing this. Good luck the rest of the way through the season. Thank you. All right,
My pleasure.
That was Pat Vellner looking to get back on the podium. Sean, back to you.
Thank you, Derek, and thank you, Pat, for doing that. Let's turn our attention to the women's side of things, where there is a much more certainty over there. Tia Toomey is back. She's won it 4 straight times, looking to win her 5th. She will once again be the overwhelming favorite, but who could give her a run for her money this year?
You know, I don't know that she's going to give her a run for her money necessarily this year, but I think a very promising athlete is Haley Adams. This is an athlete who finished 4th last year at the CrossFit Games and then 6th in her rookie debut as an individual. Yes, Haley is young. She's only 20 years old, but she has so much experience. She won twice as a teen. She competed in regionals twice as a teen, and now she's competed twice as an individual in the CrossFit Games. She does lack some overall strength, but I think assuming that she can stay healthy and stay excited, she has a very long career and a very good potential to be at the top of the podium soon. On the other side of things, I would have to say Carrie Pierce. You know, this was an athlete that she was the top American female in 2016, 2018, 2019, and then of course in 2020, she was just never able to get herself on the podium. Last year, going into that final event, she was not in a podium spot. She gets handed exactly what Carrie Pierce would want. But, you know, handstand push-ups, pull-ups, gymnastics galore. But the problem was it was bookended by something I wouldn't imagine Carrie Pierce would want in running, a mile run on either side. To watch Carrie Pierce completely sell out on both of those runs and really make a charge for the podium was so impressive and very promising in the years to come for her.
Well, Carrie Pierce is here tonight. Christy Aramo O'Connell is here as well, and the two of them are with Rory McKernan.
That's right, Sean. We get to talk to the women who will kick off 21.1 right now. And Christy, I'm going to ask you first. You took a little time. You even said at one point you're going to retire. Did some team competition. You came back top 10 as an individual. So I want to know, what should fans expect from you this year?
Honestly, this year, after last year, it was such a long year. I think I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm trying to enjoy training, enjoy the process, and just one step at a time. There's a whole new shape of the season this year, so just trying to figure out what that means and not necessarily hang my hat on the games until I know for sure everything that's happening.
Yeah, fully understood. And let's unpack that really quickly. 2020 was a crazy year for everyone. How did a focus on training and competition help you kind of stay grounded?
It definitely gives you something to pour yourself into when the world kind of felt like it was in a little bit of chaos and there was just nothing was certain. Yeah. So at least that was the only thing that I had that was certain, was being able to go into my garage and just hit it hard every single day and just have a little fun.
We're so glad you're here. Thank you. Carrie, I got to ask you, it was a banner year last year. How do you carry that momentum into this season?
It's definitely hard because you come off such of a high, and I just took a few weeks to soak it all in, about a month off training outside of the gym. And I mean, my coach asked me what my goals for this year, and I was like, I just want to have fun every day and just really enjoy the moment. I was on the podium last year, which was a huge goal for me, and just now being able to say that and check it off the list was huge. And now I just want to have fun, do my best, obviously, but really enjoy the process and see what comes of it.
All right, well, we'll see if it's enjoyable because we're getting really close to competition now. I'll let you guys go finish your warm-up. We're going to head back to Sean Woodland and Annie Sakamoto.
Thank you, Ro. Just heard from Carrie Pierce, and she's been making a very steady climb up at the Games leaderboard over the past couple of years. And of course, last year, she got herself onto the podium in third place. This year, she's looking to get to the top of it. In sports, streaks always end. It's a matter of who, where, and when. No American woman had stood on the Games podium since 2014. Carrie Pierce ended that streak in Aromas last year. And she will win Event 12 and end a drought for the United States that has lasted since 2014.
I will clearly always remember right after I found out that I had made it on the podium and my coach was standing there, and I just looked at him and I was like, does that mean I made it on the podium? I'm going to start to cry again. It was years of work. Even being able to stand on the podium and now like having the medal, it's like something that nobody can take away from you ever.
Justin Kotler helped guide Carrie Pierce to a third place finish last year. He thinks the top spot on the podium is within her reach.
I've put in the work, I've put in the time, and I'm fitter than I ever have been before. I'm stronger than I ever have been before. I believe in myself, and I know that I can stand on top of the podium.
Having the ability to win the CrossFit Games is one thing. Actually doing it is another. There has been an immovable object planted squarely on the top spot for the last 4 years, and nobody has figured out how to move Tia Toomey a single inch.
It's going to take perfection to beat Tia. She's so good at everything, all the strength, the gymnastics, the endurance. So you're going to have to be perfect, and she's going to have to make mistakes in order to beat her.
Like all streaks, Tia Toomey's will end. It's a matter of who, where, and when. Carrie Pierce is hoping she's the who. Madison, Wisconsin is the where. And 2021 is the when. Carrie Pierce will be facing Christy Aramo O'Connell this evening, and consistency has really been the mark of Aramo O'Connell's finishes at the Games, but that consistency has yet to get her onto the podium. She looks to change that in 2021. You have to be a good CrossFit Games athlete before you can be a great one. Christy Aramo O'Connell has already accomplished the first step. She's ready for the second.
So the next step for me is going to be to continue working on my weaknesses and to figure out a way to mitigate and to minimize those lower placings and be as well-rounded as possible.
Consistency in CrossFit can quickly lead to greatness. Aramo O'Connell has been 9th or better in 3 of her 4 individual appearances, but she has yet to have that same consistency across events at the game.
Speed ladders. Speed ladders are the death of me. 1K row, all out explosive strength, same thing. So continuing to work on machines and explosive, powerful strength would really help me shore up some holes.
You don't get to the next level without experience. Aramo O'Connell has plenty. And that experience has taught her some valuable lessons about what it takes to be successful at the Games.
Whether you come off the floor in first place or you come off the floor in last place, you just have to learn to accept the result. You can be satisfied, you can be unhappy. You get a couple minutes to just kind of dwell on that and then move on. And the more you can do that, the better off you will be, because you'll be in the right headspace for the start of each individual event.
If Christy Aramo O'Connell reaches the CrossFit Games this year, she will be good on the big stage in Madison. She's proven that. Now the question is, will she be great? Two of America's top athletes going head-to-head here as we kick off the 2021 NOBULL CrossFit Games season. Between the two of them, they've been at the CrossFit Games 10 times. Aramo O'Connell's best finish is 8th, inside the top 9 3 times at the Games, and then Carrie Pierce finishing on the podium in 2020. What does each of these athletes want to hear Dave Castro announce tonight?
I think Carrie wants some gymnastics. So anything upside down or on that pull-up bar, pistols, anything like that. Christy would love to see a little running or swimming, but since I doubt Rogue is able to put a pool in that quick, I think the other thing that she would like to see is a heavier barbell. Again, maybe not 1 rep max, but in comparison to Carrie, she can move heavier weight a little bit better.
This is not the only matchup we're going to be seeing tonight. Later on, after Carrie Pierce and Christy Aramo O'Connell go, we're going to see 2 athletes take the workout on in the Foundations division. They are from here in the local Santa Cruz County CrossFit community, so that'll be a lot of fun. And we have more divisions this year. You know, we have RX, we have Scaled, we have Foundations, and we have Equipment Free. What's it been like at your gym really fast with the attitude of the people there, now that they can get involved however they want?
Really, it's the most accessible year there's ever been, and so there's no reason not to do it, right? Like you said, RX, Scaled, you can't do Scaled, there's Foundations. You're not able to get into the gym, you can do no equipment. Now, don't think no equipment is the step down from Scaled. That's the only thing I would warn people against. It's not like, you know, it's Foundations and then no equipment.
You ain't getting off easy if you're doing Equipment Free. We have a lot of great partners who are helping us put this broadcast on. One of them is Whoop. They are the official wearable of CrossFit. If you want to get on the Whoop train, go to join.whoop.com/CrossFit and you'll get $30 off your membership today. Once again, that is join.whoop.com/CrossFit. You'll get $30 off your membership. Let's get this thing kicked off. I have waited a long time to say this. The 2021 NOBULL CrossFit Games season starts now. Why? Why do you do it? Why do you pour everything you have into a workout, collapse on the floor, and then do it all over again the next week? Why? Because that's who we are. Because that's what we do. Because it's the Open. For 3 weeks, we are all in this together. Age, experience, ability, none of it matters. What does matter is that you're here. What matters is turning that thing you couldn't do into the thing you just did. And when it's all said and done, you get to say, I did that. I didn't quit. That means something. And that's why. That's why we do it. That is the Open. Welcome to a new era of the CrossFit Games.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my global fitness family. My name is Rory McKernan. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to Open Announcement 21.1 presented by FitAid. Now, the Open magnifies everything beautiful about this community, and what better time for us to get together and celebrate this beautiful, resilient group of people that we have all created together, and our passion for self-improvement and that of those around us that we pursue on a daily basis. We are so glad that you're here. We are so glad you chose to be part of the Open. Thank you very much. Now, I know you came for the announcement of 21.1, and we're going to get to that in just a second. And lucky for you, we have two of the fittest athletes on planet Earth here to show us what it can and probably should look like. We've got Christy O'Connell and Carrie Pierce here with us. Ladies, thank you for being here, first of all. But I got to say, Christy, I was peeping on your Instagram, and you said after 17.2, you told yourself, I will never do this again. But here you are, man. Who drug you in?
My husband? No, I'm kidding. I just told myself I'd say yes more. So I'm super pumped to be here. I'm excited, especially for this year after everything we've been through.
Yeah, and let's talk about that, Carrie. You got to admit there's some gravity to this situation. They're not here in person, but the worldwide audience is watching. What does it mean to you to be here as we turn a new page and we start a new chapter?
It just means so much, especially this is the first live announcement since 2018, so I'm honored to be a part of it, especially with Christy.
Yeah, we're honored to have you here as well, and you guys look like maybe you're itching to actually get working out. Are you ready to go? Right. Okay, well then let's do this, my friends. To make it official, here is the announcement of 21.1.
21.1 is going to feature two movements. The first has been in every Open since its inception. It's a movement we all love to hate. The double under. The second movement has never been in an Open or any of our other competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, I gleefully give you the wall walk. .1 is 1 wall walk, 10 double unders. 3 wall walks, 30 double unders. 6 wall walk, 60 double unders. 9 wall walks, 90 double unders. 15 wall walk, 150 double unders. Finally, 21 wall walk, 210 double unders. 21.1 is for time. 21.1 has a 15-minute time cap. Welcome to the Open, and welcome to the prone pain that is 21.1.
Wall walks? Word? All right, guys, here's what you need to be thinking about. This is a new movement, which means that there are new standards, which means that you need to pay attention because there are going to be some things that you absolutely have to pay attention to. So your workout counts the first time around. You can redo it if you want to, but you don't want to redo it because you have to. Those workout standards are coming to you here in just a moment. We're also going to meet a man who has faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles, but he still has chosen to take on the Open and compete in the adaptive division. We'll be right back.
CrossFit Games Open Workout 21.1 is an ascending ladder of wall walks and double unders completed for time. The repetitions for each movement increase with each round. There is a 15-minute time cap on this workout. Your score will be the time taken to complete the workout. If you do not complete the workout, then your score will be the total number of repetitions completed before the 15-minute cap. For For the official movement standards, as well as information about each division and workout variation, download the corresponding 21.1 scorecard and workout descriptions from games.crossfit.com. CrossFit Games Equipment-Free Open Workout 21.1 is an ascending ladder of wall walks and lateral jumps completed 4 times. The repetitions for each movement increase with each round. There is a 15-minute time cap on this workout. Your score will be the time taken to complete the workout. If you do not complete the workout, then your score will be the total number of repetitions completed before the 15-minute cap. For the official movement standards, as well as information about each division and workout variation, download the corresponding 21.1 scorecard and workout descriptions from games.crossfit.com.
What motivated me was just getting out of the wheelchair, not knowing if I'll be able to stand or walk again. I fought for those 2 seconds of standing up. I fought for that 1 foot of walking. Getting up out of the wheelchair and being that person I used to be, being able to walk was my vision, and that was my drive.
You remember how hard it was that very first day?
Yeah. It was my second tour overseas. I had done a tour in Iraq in 2006, and then moved on to Afghanistan, Helmand Province. About 2 weeks from coming home, we went out on a ground patrol. Next thing I know, I stepped on IED pressure plate. Dazed and confused, looked down, and I was covered in blood. Stepped on IED, I felt like a failure. When I saw that I couldn't walk, it was a challenge to me to get out of that wheelchair and walk again. That drive, that determination has always been a part of me. But the thing that has been very resistant to change or been hard for me is what was following up inside of my head and my mind and my heart and my soul. The anger, the frustration, like I was like, fuck you, fuck the world, fuck the military, push people away, not knowing that I was acting indifferent, but I was isolated. My emotions were confused, my mind was confused, my heart was confused. It was just a new world for me emotionally, and that was just the hardest part.
The President of the United States of America has awarded the Purple Heart.
When I got injured, I gave up on running. I gave up on a lot of things that I didn't think I was going to be able to do. And then someone actually told me, like, why don't you come check out this CrossFit gym? And I was like, I can't even do that. I couldn't even do like a damn box jump more than like 2 feet, but I was trying to figure it out. I was falling down, I didn't know the movements. It was so foreign to me. So all these movements was like, how can I do it with the prosthetic? You know, I can't drive from my legs, I can't jump, I can't do the things, but I was just working. I was determined to do it. And I used that to like self-medicate through fitness. I ran my first marathon in 2015, which led me to run the Boston Marathon 2016, following 2017, following 2018. Pushing myself to the limits is like leading by example. There's nothing that an adaptive athlete can't do. At one point, I'm sure that there's gonna be an adaptive competing with able bodies, you know what I mean, at one point in time, because they're gonna push themselves to that limit. We never thought like a guy with a prosthetic, you know, could run a marathon or deadlift 500 plus pounds. And this is the first time where the adaptive division is introduced. You know, I wanna be a part of the data. And if I could demonstrate that information in the open, which is gonna lead to the future events of growing and helping people to push themselves, we could grow as the adaptive community. And I wanna help mold and shape the future of adaptive and adaptive athletes.
The CrossFit Games are returning to Madison, Wisconsin, and you can be there to see all the action. Ticket packages are on sale now. Choose between festival only or a festival plus Coliseum package to ensure that you are on hand to witness the best athletes in the world compete for the title of fittest on earth. Be part of the celebration live. Head to games.crossfit.com to purchase your tickets today.
You know, part of what makes these open announcements so incredibly exciting is that we're all doing this together from all over the world. So I am thrilled to be joined now by Gavin from CrossFit Glasgow. Gavin,
Hey.
thank you for staying up with us to check this all out. I mean, we just heard the workout. What are your immediate thoughts?
That's going to be tough. It's like the wall climb as we know it is a really tough movement. It takes a long time, really demanding on the shoulders as well. And then to couple that with double unders as well, it's going to be a very difficult workout for the guys to get through.
Yeah, it's going to be a burner for sure. Now, Gavin, members of the global community have been finding all sorts of ways to thrive despite all the difficulties that we've faced in the world and, of course, as a CrossFit community. How has preparing for and pushing toward the Open been a helpful pillar for you and your gym?
The CrossFit Games Open has been a huge part of the history of our gym, and as much a tradition as Christmas. So, you know, the Open is our normal, and as the year has progressed, it's been the light at the end of the tunnel for us. So really to be here and to have the opportunity to do the Open in this really accessible way, it's given us that taste of normality that we've been desperate for.
Yeah, we've been really missing that. I mean, calling it like Christmas is such a great way of relating the feeling of family, the feeling of community and excitement. And in the past, now you guys have had some of the highest open registration numbers that we've ever seen. What do your numbers look like this year? How do they compare?
Well, the global situation means that we're a little bit behind where we've been in the past, but you know, our community is super strong, and we've got 163 people registered as of right now. Probably some more will sign up over the weekend. And I think it's a real testament that our community are getting behind our business and getting behind each other to bring, you know, something special.
I hope more sign up. I hope people don't drop out now that they know what the first workout is. Well, Gavin, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Best of luck to you and all of your members in the Open in 21.1. And for now, let's go catch up with Ro.
Thank you, Nikki, and thanks also to our friends at FitAid. They are our partners for this week. They've got some amazing offers you're going to want to go check out. To learn more about that, you can go to drinkfitaid.com. I recommend that you do. Now, our friends from Rogue Fitness have transformed the field of play. It's looking fantastic in here, but the mood has kind of changed in the studio. And to tell you what I'm talking about, we're going to go over to the desk and kind of a grumpy Sean Woodland.
Yeah, I'm going to say it right now. Dave Castro hates big people, and I personally am tired of it. And I will see him in the parking lot after the show.
Even though he's been doing all that boxing, you're still ready.
I've had enough. All right.
I think.
Can we get something for the big people more than once?
I think this event is going to be very deceiving for a lot of people, Sean. I think most of us have always thought of wall walks as a substitution.
Right.
For handstand walks or maybe even handstand push-ups. We think of this as a scaled movement, not an RX movement. And I think those of us that think of it that way are going to be unpleasantly surprised.
There are a lot of people going, man, why did I skip out on that accessory work?
Yes.
Didn't know they'd be seeing those in the Open. Well, this is how we're going to kick things off. And we mentioned before that this is the start of a new sort of old format to the season. After the Open, we have the quarterfinals. The top 10% of the athletes from each continent out of the Open will go on to the quarterfinals. And the top 25% of teams will also go to the quarterfinals. We have the semifinals after that. We have added a last chance qualifier in as well. Again, the Affiliate Cup is back, and then the CrossFit Games in Madison, Wisconsin. Tia Toomey has already said she is coming back. She will be looking to win her 5th straight CrossFit Games, and she is with Derek Forrest.
I know, why are you
Joining me is Tia Claire Toomey from Nashville, Tennessee, getting ready to go for her 5th consecutive CrossFit Games title. Tia, thanks for joining. You just saw the workout, or hopefully you just saw the workout. Just your thoughts on 21.1.
Yeah, just seen the workout. It's an interesting one. I sit here and I already think, you know, man, my upper body is going to be a lot of pain. But I think it's a really great workout to start off. You know, there's so many people around the world that don't have access to a gym. They're in lockdown, and yet they are still able to be a part of the Open, which is something that as a CrossFit community is so important to us and that we love being a part of every single year.
Yeah, the workout, you got to save your shoulders for this one, but you hit it right there on the head talking about the community. Talk about the Open and how it's able to bring the community together, and what kind of aspects of that do you like? Oh, I think we might have lost Tia-Clair Toomey there, but that is Tia-Clair Toomey. She's going for her 5th straight CrossFit Games title. Tia, of course, a NOBULL athlete, so don't forget, we would like to welcome in NOBULL as the official title sponsor of the 2021 CrossFit Games. Go to nobullproject.com/CrossFit for all your CrossFit needs. Now, of course, CrossFit is part of the global community, so this year we are going to have commentators from across the world, so you'll get a chance to listen to the action in your language. So let's go out to those commentators across the world.
The 21.1 Open announcement is brought to you by FitAid, the official recovery beverage of the CrossFit Games. NOBULL, just the horns. And Whoop, know yourself with 24/7 fitness insights from Whoop.
All right, my friends, it's time to kick off 21.1, and for that, we go to Dave Castro.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
That was fine. That was good. Shoulders were on fire. Double unders, I don't know if they've ever been that hard, especially that last set of 210. I wasn't able to feel my arms at the end. It was like, just try and hold on. And then like, you can't feel anything. You're like, just keep going. I almost tripped. I'm like, stop, relax, relax. And then it was done. It was good. It was fine.
You're good. Yeah, I'll get there sooner than later.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah,
love
right,
it.
yeah. As soon as I saw you won the 21s, I was like, oh, when I said I was going to finish it? Yeah, no.
Just kidding. It's hard to like gauge a workout like that. You're like, how long is it going to take?
All right, thanks, Sean. I have the women who just blew my mind. And Carrie, I'm going to catch up with you first. Before 3, 2, 1, go. What were you thinking strategy-wise?
Just smooth and steady. I know the wall walks are going to be hard, and I know my shoulders and triceps, everything was going to get tired. So I'm like, you can let them get tired, but don't go to failure. You can be fatigued, but you want to keep a good pace. And 21 wall walks at the end. I knew it was going to be spicy, so it's kind of just be like smooth and steady, breathe, don't rush anything, but still you want to be consistent and move fast.
If you were to flip and kind of put your coach's hat on.
And when you're on the double unders, your shoulders do not get a rest. So go a little slower in those middle rounds than you think, and just try and be consistent through the whole way.
All right, congratulations on a fantastic performance. So we'll go for it. Yeah, that's all right. And I'm going to come over here, Christy. A little bit of a different experience for you. And you said you had a hard time figuring it out. Tell me what you meant by that.
So the standard is super clear. It's hands, feet, hands, I think. I still don't even know, but I was starting to walk my hands back a little bit early. So then I'd get halfway up and it'd say no rep, and you have to come back down and start over. So you do that extra push-up for nothing. That wasn't going to save me, though. I was dying anyways. But yeah, it's just, I think don't rush it. It's not worth the no reps. I mean, it never is worth the no reps, but this especially.
Okay. And Carrie said she's one and done, and she's trying to rope you into that. You think you'll redo this one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll do some more wall walks in my near future, but I don't think I'll redo this one.
Fantastic job to you both. Thank you so much. I'll let you collect yourselves. And as they do, you and me need to start thinking about how we're going to approach 21.1. Luckily, we've got some help from a woman who has been helping people understand the CrossFit methodology and make it more accessible to themselves for over a decade, since the beginning, really. She is CrossFit's GM of Education. Her name is Nicole Carroll, and she has these tips to help you on 21.1.
Team, here we are. We made it to the first workout of the 2021 CrossFit Open. As prescribed, 21.1 starts with 1 wall walk and 10 double unders. Seems so benign, but this quickly escalates with ascending sets of 3, 6, 9, 15, and 21 wall walks, alternating with 30, 60, 90, 150, and 210 double unders. All of this to a 15-minute time cap. So let's talk about how we do this. First, gain and maintain body control. When you wall walk, you want active shoulders, arms locked, and the body in a tight, ideally hollowed position. Bent arms and a saggy body will do you no favors here. Next, deloading the push-up can also help. As long as your hands don't move, you can initiate the movement by pushing up off your knees from the ground. Similarly, on the way down, once your hands hit or cross the line, don't work a slow negative, just think controlled release to the floor. There is zero benefit to racing through the wall walks. This movement, and certainly the volume of it, is new for most of us. So checking out mentally and thinking you can rely on muscle memory and grit to get you through it isn't going to work, because this standard punishes sloppiness. For the jump rope, consciously relax through the shoulders and turn the rope from your wrists. If you get to the higher rounds, you may still feel like you need to break these up because your shoulders are going to be so fried, but that's okay. Just get as many as you can on each attempt and you'll get through it. Hundreds of thousands of CrossFitters across the world have come together this year against many odds. There's a beautiful and powerful collective resiliency in this, and whether it's your 11th Open or your very first one, thank you for being part of it. Whichever version of 21.1 you choose, remember to move well, work hard, and most importantly, have fun.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time coming, and frankly, it's one of the things that I am most excited about in this year's Open. I'm talking, of course, about the addition of the divisions that make this year's CrossFit Games Open even more accessible than it's ever been before. Our next athlete pairing will both be representing the Foundations division. I'm going to introduce you to them now, starting with this young lady who started CrossFit 8 years ago at the age of 69. Rosemary Matosian is a local CrossFitter, trains at CrossFit Santa Cruz Central, but I imagine it looks a little bit different in here than it does in your daily workouts.
Quite a bit, a lot different.
How are your nerves? You feeling all right?
A little edgy. Okay. I'll be glad to start and get this over with.
That's always the hardest part, is the build-up, right? Well, I'm proud of you just for showing up. You're going to do fantastic.
Thank you, Rory.
Yes, ma'am. All right, competing with Rosemary this evening is a man who started his CrossFit journey right here in this gym. Louis Lee, I understand that you've had quite a lot of successes with the help of your community, with the help of your coaches. I would love if you would break those down for the people at home.
Yeah, Rory, when I first came to CrossFit, I was overweight. My doctor just put me on meds for diabetes and high blood pressure. And now 2 years later this month, I'm down to 215 and I'm off my meds. So I thank my coaches and the community.
You already won, bro. You already won. So a little bit nervous for this evening?
Oh, yeah. A little bit nervous, but...
All right, cool. Well, once we get going, you're gonna be just great. So with 1 year in the Open and 6 years in the Open, these guys are gritty veterans. But Derek is standing by with a young lady who's facing her very first CrossFit Games Open. Derek?
Thanks a lot, Rory. Yeah, we are entering the 11th season of the CrossFit Open. So whether you've been doing this for your 11th year or your first time, you're just as special to us. Now, Ramona Montoya out of CrossFit Dagda in San Antonio, Texas, is one of those who's doing it for the very first time. Here's her story.
My name is Ramona, and I've been doing CrossFit since February 2020. I'm a mental health counselor, so I carry a lot of weight from my clients. You know, I sit with them in their pain and their trauma, and having a place that I can come to for myself, and using this as part of my self-care is is super important for me. My cholesterol's been high for a while. My triglycerides have been high for a while. It's been really difficult for me to get those to a normal level. Once I started CrossFit, they're where they need to be. I started in February, and in March our box shut down. And so I started doing the at-home workouts. And that honestly really helped me get through quarantine, helped me get through the pandemic. Like, I don't know how I would have gotten through it without CrossFit, like, to be completely honest. This will be my first CrossFit Open. I want to see how far I've come. Like, I've seen some changes, but I think this is a great way to see like how I kind of compare to other athletes, what I need to work on, and like really trying to hone in on those things. Like, I already know some of the things I need to improve on, but I want to really see like where I'm at, how far I've come, and how much further I can go. I studied CrossFit for a whole year, practiced it for a whole year, and now I'm taking the big exam. I'm hoping to see anything barbell. I love snatches, thrusters, push press, deadlifts, but I would not want to see too many burpees. I'm motivated by my family, just being a better wife or a better daughter, wanting to be a good person, you know, and that's the biggest motivator, is putting kindness out into the world. My goals for the Open, just to go out there and give it my best shot so that I could really, you know, see what my potential is.
All right, good story there. I'm looking forward to see what Ramona will do in her very first Open. Nikki Brazier is standing by right now with Ramona. Nikki, take over.
Ramona, congratulations and welcome to your very first CrossFit Open. Now that you know exactly what the first workout will be, how are you feeling about tackling this for the first time?
Hey, Nikki, thanks for having me. I'm really excited. I'm very nervous. I didn't expect the wall walks, but I'm super excited to try it and see what happens. Hopefully my shoulders don't give out.
Yeah, hopefully you too, girl. Now, we heard you talking about CrossFit as a part of your self-care. It's really easy to think about the physical benefits of fitness, but especially as a mental health counselor, what do you wish people understood more about the mental and emotional benefits as well?
I mean, exercise in general is so important and so effective in treating depression, anxiety, anger management. Like, there's so many uses for exercise in general. For me, I chose CrossFit because I really enjoy weightlifting and just all of the training that comes along with that, and it challenges me in ways that I never thought I could even imagine.
Yeah. Now, you were sort of hit with the trifecta here. Unfortunately, you had just started CrossFit, your gym shut down, and you had to work out at home. Given the fact that it was still so new in your life, how did you stay motivated throughout that period?
Well, the first thing is I had amazing coaches that kept me accountable and kept checking on me, would, you know, send us at-home workouts, allowed us to bring the equipment home. I had a really great support system with my wife and my friends that also did CrossFit, and we would get together sometimes with social distance and do our workouts, you know, out in the backyard sometimes, or, you know, it really was helpful to have that community of people to just motivate you to continue to keep going. I also knew myself, and I knew that as a mental health counselor in this pandemic, like, I needed something for myself, and I had to stay consistent with my own self-care, and exercising was what I did for that.
Yeah, it's great advice for all of us, I think, during the last pandemic and moving forward. Well, Ramona, best of luck in your first CrossFit Open. I can't wait. I'm going to check you out on the leaderboard, see how you do. And for now, we will send it back down to Derek.
Thank you so much, Nikki.
Thanks a lot, Nikki. Yeah, good luck to Ramona. I'll also be following on the leaderboard, see what you can do. But the best part about CrossFit is that it's scalable. Anybody can do it. So our divisions are next. Our division athletes are next. So we're going to send it back out to those commentators across the world.
The 21.1 Open announcement is brought to you by Rogue. Don't weaken. And tonight's scoring is provided by Strongest, powering the world of fitness.
All right, friends, we ready? 10 seconds. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go.
job, Ray. Good job, Rose. Nice, Rose. Really good. One more step. Good. Good job, Rose. Yeah, Rose. Here you go. All right, Louie. Here we go, baby. You got this. Come on. Deep breath, brother. Here we go. It's like the climb, mountain biking. Here we go. Good job, Rose. Yeah, good, Louie. Two more sets, just like that. Let's go, Rose. Nice, Rose. One more set, you got 10. You got 10 out there. Come on. Okay, deep breath. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Here we go. Let's go, run. Two. That's it. You can finish this workout better. You're on pace right now to do it, man. You got it. Keep that pace. You're doing amazing. Let's go, run! Come on! Nice, run! Here we go, Louie! Get this way, you gotta start doing your knees, man. You got it. Here we go. Take a breath, here we go. You're doing great, man. Good, nice, Rose! One! Good stuff. Good stuff. Good job, Rose. 5, that's it, 5 down. Right back to it, Louie, you got it, let's go. Let's go. Good job, Rose. Woo! Come on, Louie. That's 6. Keep pushing into it now, you got this, man. This is the tough part, you can get through it. There you go. Keep pushing into it. You got this. Keep this pace. 7. Come on, Louie. Go, Louie. Here we go, Louie. 8. There we go. There we go. Let's go, baby. Stop this. Come on, Louie. Good. 5. Turn the way, Louie. 9. There you
Lee. They got 3 minutes to work with. Let's go, baby. Come on. Good job, bro. Here we go, Louis. Right back to you. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over the halfway mark.
No, 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 not yet, not yet.
All right, Rose, we talked before. We didn't know what to expect. Now we do. You used to look so composed. Like, was it an adequate stimulus for you?
Very, very stimulating.
And what did you find to be the most difficult part?
The jumping jacks. Yeah, the cardio part of that. It worked spacing it well, doing the steps and then the jumping.
Yeah, I love to see that. So was that a strategy before, or did you was that just the push in the middle of it?
No, I sort of figured out I would have to do it, so I thought of it beforehand.
Okay. It was fantastic. It was really fun watching you. Great job, and I'm sure everybody at home is proud of you as well. Louis, how about you, man? What was the make or break for you? When did it set in? When were you like, oh, this is real?
The 15 bear crawls, that's what it set in. The jumping jacks were good, but 15 bear crawls kind of got to you.
Cool. We talked about nerves before this. Where are you at now? Like, where does this rank kind of in the things that you've done where you put yourself out there?
Wow. Once you get started, I mean, it's just like any other workout. You're into your workout. You're just thinking to yourself. So nerves went away quickly. But.
Cool. Well, I'm going to talk to him in a second, but I would like to hear you talk about your new coach, Wes, and tell me kind of like what impact he's had and what it means to kind of have a coach like that for someone who's on a journey like yourself.
Wow. I can't think of words to say. Wes has been inspirational. You know, when this closed down, I followed him over to Gilroy to Coast Range CrossFit, and I mean, he teaches me so much every day, just about everything, and I'm able to share it with my friends and my family. So thanks, Wes. I really appreciate it.
He's man. Congratulations tonight, man. Really proud of you. Wes, come on over here, man. I want to talk to you. As a man who's been on the CrossFit Games floor as a competitor before, but also someone who's really passionate about coaching, like how does it rank to see your athletes succeeding in front of you as compared to doing well yourself?
Oh man, it's undescribable. Yeah. You know how absolutely proud I am of not just, you know, Rose and Louis, but everybody that we had in the health class and everybody what we've seen happen over the last few years that you started actually, Rory. So thank you very much for getting this thing going.
Yeah, I got to be a part of it. It was a great honor. How about as an 11-year veteran of the Open, seeing these divisions and more accessibility? Like, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I've been trying to get my mother and father-in-law to do this stuff for forever, you know, and so now them getting to watch these guys do it and seeing that this is an option for them makes it accessible and makes it like, oh, what Wes has been saying for the last years is actually true, you know? Yeah.
Well, I was so grateful for you, man. So grateful for what you've done with these guys, what you continue to do with your own affiliate. So thank you so much. Thank you all at home for tuning in, for cheering these guys on. We're starting to wind down, but it's not over yet, so don't go away. We're going to head back to Sean Woodland and Annie Sakamoto. The update show is coming later. It's not over. Don't go away. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rory McCurd and Derek Forrest. We have Dave Castro and the athletes all here. We're going to ask them some questions from you all, from the audience, and we get some selfish ones of our own as well. I'm going to start with one, actually. You know, you've been a fan of the sport for a long time, and you've been on camera, but you've never been here for it. What was it like?
It was absolutely amazing. It was everything that I was expecting.
Nice.
Except for the workout.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I'm 205 pounds, so my shoulders are going to absolutely hate me.
Oh, bro.
Probably at like minute 5.
I've even got you by 10 pounds. So yeah, have you thought about how you're going to split this up?
No, not yet.
Okay,
not,
all right.
Not at all.
All right, well, you got some questions for these guys then.
Yeah, let's
okay,
talk about
I do too. Let's check it out. And Castro, I'm coming to you first. Okay. And just why? Why this movement? Why these? What happened?
Well, when programming this one, I wanted to start somewhere that was, it didn't require too much gear, but yet, of course, needed to have a significant bite and needed to send a strong message that, like, not much has changed in terms of the programming. So I played around with a lot of different options and ideas, and I knew I wanted to start with just the jump rope and no barbell or pull-up bar, because at this stage, you know, a lot of people probably have access to at least the jump rope. So I think a lot of people can play in this first week, even if their area or country's shut down. Then I came to start thinking about the wall walk. The thing about the wall walk, the truth is, it's been in our mind and there for years. Like, we've been thinking about it, and there's a handful of other movements too that we've been thinking about it, but there's just, we got to slowly bring them out. And this obviously was the perfect year for that because everyone has access to a wall, and the jump rope, I think a lot of people should have access to a rope. And then it was just a matter of playing with the combination and, starting with low reps, working to high reps to give people something to, see some hope, and then quickly realize they have no hope. And it was fun, actually. And you see, we pulled the 12 out because if we had the 12 in, it would have just changed the workout, made it much longer. And so pulled that out, and I really like where it ended up. And, but I want to give a big shout out to our team, to Boz and those guys, because I put together the workouts, and then I hand them over, and they come up with the scales. And on that foundation workout, they just knocked that scale out. I thought that was perfect. That was cool. When I first saw that foundation expression of it, I worried the walk was a little too short, but it was perfect. Yeah. So shout out to those guys for killing that scale.
For sure, for sure.
Dave, I have one quick question for you. The reveal of the workout.
Yes.
What was that all about?
Which part?
The whole thing. The desert, everything.
The hint.
Oh,
the hint.
What was that all about?
Oh, okay, the hint. So, that's I'm not gonna dive into that here. This isn't the place to dissect that clue, but there'll be another time and place where we will.
A magician never reveals his secrets.
Basically.
All right, ladies, we're going to talk to you here in just a second, but we promised that the fans would get to ask some questions as well. We do have a fan question. We're going to go to Nikki Brazier for that right now.
Yeah, very excited to bring you guys some questions from all around the world. We're going to start with Tiago Pereira, who's live right now from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He trains over at CrossFit Vila Macroste. Did I say that right?
Kind of, Mascote.
Mascote. I was going to get it eventually. And Tiago has a question for Carrie. Take it away.
Okay, Carrie. You've been through a lot for along these years. And as a CrossFit athlete, I believe you've probably seen lots of weird and different things. In your opinion, what will be the legacy the Open 21 will leave to all of us around the world?
Around the world. I'll rehash it. Okay, great. I'm going to give this one to Carrie. So, Carrie, the legacy that you're trying to leave, you've been in the sport for a long time. You've seen a lot of things. What do you want your legacy to be to the CrossFit community?
Yeah, I mean, I just want anybody that's doing it just to realize with hard work, anything is possible. I know a lot of people get intimidated by certain movements when they start, and I was the exact same way, but be consistent, be steady through your career, and just enjoy the process. And yeah, hard work is the key to anything.
Yeah. You ever been to Brazil?
I have not.
Yeah,
I haven't been to South America, so shout out to Brazil.
Yeah, you've got some fans down there apparently, so you can go check them out.
Perfect.
Yeah, Christy. I think it was about minute 8. I started to notice that you were pulling your hands back.
Yep.
Were you saving your shoulders? What were you thinking at that point?
I don't know if I was thinking anything other than my arms are on fire right now and I should do more wall walks. Yeah, I think just having them in this position, you catch yourself being active when you really should be resting on the ground. So the only way I could make myself rest was by pulling my hands to my side and just kind of trying to relax my triceps and shoulders a little bit.
Yeah, I want you guys, we have one more fan question that's coming here in just a second, but I would love to rehash the conversation before the cameras were rolling that you guys were having. Specifically, we started with the double unders and whether they were even an issue for you guys or not. And then we kind of talked about some of the strategy on the wall walks themselves. But double unders, was it a factor?
I am going to say no. I was doing all of my resting on the floor between the wall walks. But I think double unders, it just depends. If you're good at double unders and you can stay relaxed and not tense up your shoulders, you should be okay. Maybe some planned breaks would be really smart if you feel like your heart rate's starting to come up. But if you struggle with double unders or you have a habit of like trying to tense and use all of your energy in them, yes, they'll become a factor for sure.
And you were saying probably for folks, most people who do this, if they get to 210, they're going to be smoked by then.
Yeah, I think especially the round of 150 is where your arms are really tired from doing all of the wall walks. So I rested once in there just because I knew I had 21 wall walks coming. So the 150 is going to be spicy for a lot of people, especially, as Christy said, if you're inefficient at them. And yeah, if you get to the 210, by the end, I was like, I can't feel my arms. Hopefully I don't throw this rope at anybody. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that last round was really spicy after your shoulders are on fire.
I'll keep that in mind on the 210.
Yeah.
All right, we have another fan question. Let's hear that now.
All right, we're now joined by Sarah McDavid out of Houston, Texas, and Sarah trains at Vintage CrossFit. Hey, Sarah.
Hey ladies, great job tonight. What is your go-to meal before an open or games workout?
All right, so it sounds like this is a question for both ladies. And tell me, what do you got? What do you go to before you hit a workout?
I think we ate the same thing before we did this workout, but I always eat oatmeal. That's just like a staple.
No matter time of day?
Yeah, no matter time of day. Sometimes I eat it 3 times a day.
Wow.
It's something that, I don't know, I feel good after eating, and I don't like messing with new things. So some people call me crazy, but sometimes, like if it's in the morning, I'll have eggs with veggies and oatmeal on the side. Or sometimes I just have like a chicken and veggie stir fry and then oatmeal on the side.
Shut up. We got like 3 servings of oatmeal a day on Pierce Power Abs. That's all it takes. All right.
That's it. All the oatmeal.
What's your go-to?
Oatmeal for sure, or just like rice and chicken. You want something that settles well, that's not really heavy.
Do you guys think about timing? Like, okay, so what does timing look like? So you knew you were going to work out at 5:15 or whatever. When did you eat last?
We both ate right around 3 o'clock, 3:30. So I usually eat, it's hard not knowing the workout.
Yeah.
So if I have a big run coming up, I'm not going to load myself with tons of food. But if it's something strength-based, like you want to make sure that you have some energy and you can lift the weights. But I'd say it's 60 to 90 minutes.
Okay.
When you're getting closer, it's going to be something lighter, maybe a shake or like a baby food packet. Some solid foods, probably 90 minutes.
Got it. Cool. Ladies, we got another question from the fans, so let's hear from Nikki once again.
All right, Isla Martinez is now joining us all the way from Madrid, who trains at CrossFit Coraje. Isla, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. My question is for either one of the athletes. Thank you so much for the workout. That was amazing. I just wanted to know, how do you guys deal with the pressure of competition and the need like to win, and how do you deal with the opposite feeling when you don't accomplish what you're looking for? Thank you so much for your time.
So she wants to know how you guys, both of you, how you guys deal with competition and the pressure of competition.
Yeah, so luckily for me, I've been competing since I was 5 years old. I started in gymnastics, and I think just competing from a young age helps me out. Also, I train really hard day in, day out, and I just have to believe it. You have to believe in your training and that you've already put in the work, and competition is the time when all of the work goes to show. So put in the work, then competition, you get to show it off and have fun.
I think it's just about having your why and, just trusting in the work that you've done. Like she's saying, you train really hard, and it's not about what you're doing for other people, but it's about your expectation for yourself. And so it's not if Carrie's crushing it and I'm, just kind of working my way through the workout, it's just focusing on myself and just what I'm capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so just kind of reminding yourself of everything that you do in the gym daily, and it's just another workout.
That's great. Could you guys run that back in Spanish just because it was from Spain?
No hablo español, muy poco.
All right, we got another one from the fans. Let's hear what they have to say.
All right, Tom is staying up late and coming to us all the way from Oxford, where he trains out of the Athlete Center, Didcot. Tom, what's going on?
Carrie, Chrissy, great performance. I've got a question for you both. For a head-to-head like that, what goes through your mind in the few minutes between Dave's announcement and 3, 2, 1, go? Are you thinking about what the other athlete might do, and does that influence your strategy at all?
All right, so you guys got to, let's go to Carrie first.
So in a workout like this, I think it's just about what you can do. It's not about, for me, it's not about what Christy can do. I just have to go in and do my thing. Strategy, it's me against me at the end of the day. And I mean, it was kind of just smooth and steady through the workout. Don't blow yourself out. And I think that's any competition. You need to know your opponent is going to have their game plan. You have your game plan, and you have to stick to yours. I've gotten into the trap of trying to follow someone else's game plan, and that never works out. So it's easy to get caught up in the moment, but you have to remember to stay within your lane and within yourself.
Specifically in this workout earlier, you had also said that you changed, like once you got to later rounds, did your strategy changed a bit? Is that true?
Yeah, I just tried to stay smooth and steady through it. I didn't know how the fatigue factor was going to play. Like with the wall walks, I've never done that many wall walks at a time. I'm maybe 10 in a day. And to do 21 at the end is something that is completely unknown. So it's kind of just go minute by minute, rep by rep in a workout like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you thinking about the other athlete, you think about yourself. What do you think between Dave's announcement and 3, 2, 1, go?
I was thinking about the movement standard. So it's hands, feet, and I practiced a couple reps and I screwed them up in the practice. And so I kept doing them and I didn't want to do any more because I didn't want to blow out my shoulders, but I was just trying to repeat that over and over so I could try to make it as efficient as possible because it was new and I guess that was fun.
And you kind of mantraed it. You were like hands, foot, what did you say? Hands, feet, shuffle something?
Yeah, hands, feet, hands. This
Hands,
is like
feet,
what I was
hands.
trying to repeat to myself, but then you're getting wad brain, you're getting tired, your shoulders are blowing up, and then you just see Carrie crushing it, so you're just like, oh, just keep going.
All right, so start chanting it now if you're at home. Hands, feet, hands. We have one final fan question that we're going to take right now before we let you guys go.
All right. Stella Wexler is joining us with Dad Steven on a very special day on her birthday, coming at you from Florida and CrossFit Zoo. What's going on, Stella?
Hi.
What's your question?
If you could give advice to an 8-year-old, what advice would that be?
She wants to compete in the CrossFit Games.
In the CrossFit Games, it's her birthday, and she would like some advice from some of her favorite athletes. And she has no problem being cute, so we've got that one covered. So you can skip that. What would your advice be to Stella?
First of all, happy birthday, Stella. Happy 8th birthday. And it's amazing that you want to go to the CrossFit Games. Very excited for you. I mean, I have a gymnastics background, and I would say get in some gymnastics. Hopefully your parents, it looks like they support you, they're right there with you, which is really cool. Learn the gymnastic stuff, especially the body weight. It's going to go a long way when you do transfer over to CrossFit. Also, just have fun with it. Whenever you go to the gym, just really enjoy it and do your best every day and get some good guidance. And I have no doubt you'll go to the CrossFit Games.
Tell Stella what she needs to know.
Happy birthday, Stella. I would say don't specialize, right? You're 8 years old, explore lots of different sports, play lots of different things, do constantly varied movements, and I think that will definitely transfer over. Individual, team sports, do all of it. Have fun and just enjoy it. You have a bright future ahead of you, and definitely just get involved with lots of different stuff.
Love it.
Ladies, I want to end with 2 questions really quickly. This was the rematch of 17.2. You guys went head to head. Carrie, you were the winner in that one as well. Just talk about what it was like going head to head once again.
Well, going head to head with Carrie, I knew she was going to be tough. She's coming off of a 3rd place finish, so she is an incredible athlete. But it was also fun to have a rematch. I think there was we've been here before. We're both very different athletes. We're 4 years down the road. I think we've both matured in the sport. We've changed a lot. And it was enjoyable. It was fun. It's just an experience, puts you out of your comfort zone. She was hoping for inverted. I was hoping for below parallel. She got inverted. I didn't get anything below parallel. But we could just laugh, and we were there for each other and doing it together.
Yeah, and I think it's a really cool way to kick off the season, to be back here with Christy. I feel like I haven't seen her in forever, so it's nice getting to see Christy and just throwing down with another amazing athlete. And it's been fun just hanging out with her throughout the weekend and getting in a good workout and, showing people out there how 21.1 is going to be. And it's going to be spicy, but a good one.
All right, one final question. Next week, 21.2, we've got Justin Medeiros, Rookie of the Year last year, finished 3rd at the Games. Samuel Quant finished 2nd last year. They're going head to head. We clearly don't know what the workout is, but just your thoughts on those athletes and what do you think will happen next week?
Whew. What do I think is going to happen? I don't think any of us have a clue.
Any predictions on who you think will win, regardless
Pick
of
a side, Christy. Pick a side.
I'm going to go with Justin Medeiros.
The mullet.
He'll hold to it.
Yeah, I think he's got it. Sorry, Sam.
I'm just going to say Sam then, just to be opposite. So, we'll see what happens there. And I think it might be something with a dumbbell because we didn't see any weights this week. So we'll see.
I think a barbell.
A barbell, all right.
Barbell
cool.
in a box.
I would prefer the barbell over the dumbbell. Dave, if you're taking notes. Listen, thank you guys so much. This was so necessary. I know everyone at home appreciates it. I loved being here with you guys. It was a true blessing. Dave, thank you so much, as always, for delivering pain. And Derek, also great to have you on the team, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for joining us from home. That's going to be the end of our show, of course. As Derek mentioned, we will be back next week for 21.2. We've got Medeiros versus Quant, but right now we all probably should be worried about 21.1. And of course, before I let you go, we have to thank our partners for the week one more time. That's FitAid. And check this out, guys. I think this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever heard. They are offering up a $30,000 dream home gym. All you got to do is go to winahomegym.com to check out the details and learn more. If you can't remember that, you probably don't deserve the home gym. winahomegym.com. Thank you for joining us. We love you guys. We will see you next week for 21.2. And until then, we'll see you on the leaderboard. Good night.